What's cracking, Southern California high school football and sports fans? It's Petros, Papadakis, and we're here on Prime Ticket for another high school football classic. This one, an instant classic. We really didn't have to dig in the vault that much. All we do is have to go back to 2019, the St. John Bosco Braves, and the greatest quarterback I've ever seen in person at the high school level, taking his revenge with his teammates on the modern-day Monarchs, the mighty modern-day Monarchs, in what was the CIF Division I championship game. It was destined to happen. We watched it together. It unfolded, and man, what a special night. Tonight, we have the great DJ Uiagalelei, the quarterback of that St. John Bosco team, of course, now on the Clemson roster, joining us. Hey, DJ, how are you? God bless you. Thank you for joining us.
Good. How you doing, Mr. Petros?
Oh, I'm doing great. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about that night. You know, we've talked about it before. Those programs knew each other so well. You're coming from that Trinity League. 4 straight year you guys have met in the Division I championship. Just talk about the rivalry and knowing all these guys and the summertime and everything leading up to these moments. It must be crazy.
No, big time. You know, I mean, knowing us from Modern Day, I know a lot of people on the Modern Day team. I know a lot of our players know a lot of people on the Modern Day team from playing with each other, playing against each other. I know a lot of us are a lot of friends. We grew up playing against each other in youth football and 7-on-7 during the off season. We're playing with each other. So, I mean, it's just a huge game. I mean, I think it's just 2 great teams with a bunch of talent that just want to be able to play a great football game.
What's the week like leading up to a game like that? Do you guys do more? Do you keep it the same? How's Coach?
I think we just keep it the same. I mean, I don't think we try to change anything going into the game. You know how big of a game it is, but I feel like we just do the same thing that we would do for any other team. Not try to prepare any harder than what we would have done, because every team we prepare like it's the national championship game or the biggest game of our season. So we just keep it the same and just keep rolling and just try to be us.
What was it like for you guys after the loss during the season to Modern Day in league? You know, a lot of people kind of threw up their hands and they said, well, that's it for Bosco. And you guys were a big underdog. I mean, this was an upset game that you guys were able to pull off. What was the attitude after that game about Modern Day and your guys' season?
I feel like our attitude after the game is that we were mad. We felt like we did some stuff that if we did this, the game would have turned into a different outcome. But Modern Day played a great game that day. But I feel like as a team, we thought if we came out and played our type of football and produced and came out there on the field, that we would have come out victorious. And we ended up doing that.
You know, it was really a matchup of quarterbacks. I mean, we sold it on TV like that. We talked about Tom Ramsey and John Elway in the same league, you know, so long ago in the 70s. And we took you and Bryce. You know, you are Clemson, Bryce, Alabama, 2 quarterbacks we've been watching since they were very young. What was that like, and how much respect do you have for him? What's it like watching him operate the offense from the other side and waiting your turn in these games?
I know Bryce. He's an amazing quarterback. He does amazing things on the field that you don't see from a lot of quarterbacks that I haven't seen anybody really do. And be able to play against Bryce is true honor. But you also know that when you're going against him, that you gotta be on top of your A game, because he's gonna be on top of his A game. So you gotta be able to come out and try to produce as much as you can, so you can just try to match whatever Bryce is doing.
Any chatter between the 2 of you leading up to this one?
No, not leading up to the game. I mean, not at all. I don't think so.
All respect all the time from DJ Uiagalelei, a class act. Let's get into it. Dive right into the game and kick it off. The ball's on the tee. Let's get to that fateful night at Falcon Stadium. Cerritos College. Sam Farber and the great Greg Biggins on the call. Enjoy it, everybody. We'll be right back with DJ at halftime. Room at halftime, you guys had quite a hill to climb, even more so than the first time around against the Monarchs. What was your attitude and your teammates' attitude and what Coach said to you, Coach Negro, going into those fateful final 2 quarters of this one?
Right before halftime, we got a touchdown. I think it was 28-12. We got a touchdown going into halftime. We knew we were going to get the ball. I think we all knew that we just shot ourselves in the foot in the first half. We didn't play our type of football. That you come out in the second half, and then the main thing is just to come out and score and be able to get back on the board and get back into the game. We would only be down 11 points. I felt like we weren't stressing too much. It's just that we just had to pick up the sense of urgency and say, we had a couple guys step up in the locker room, say a couple words. Coach Nagle said a couple words, different coaches said a couple words, and we just rallied behind that. Once we got that touchdown, I think the ball just started rolling. People started getting their confidence back up and just started believing that this is what it is.
Even with the way that Bryce was playing in the first half, I mean, did you take that as some kind of personal challenge? Because, you know, we set it up like it's you guys against each other, and I know it's not like the TV sets it up. You know, you're out there with your teammates. Everybody's got to do their job. But when you're standing on the other sideline and the guy throws 4 touchdown passes in the first half, you know, what's going through your mind?
Things like, man, I've been watching. I'm like, man, Bryce playing lights out right now. So I think it's not like you're trying to match it, but you just kind of like, you just gotta. I feel like going into halftime, you don't really pay I don't think you pay too much as a quarterback to the other quarterback on how he's doing. You see what he's doing, you're like, man, he's playing a really good game, but I think you're just more worried about your team. You're not really worried about what they're trying to do, because you can't worry about what they're trying to do. It's not in your hands. It's not. That's the defense that's their thing, not the quarterback. So I'm just trying to worry about what I can do for my offense and try to help the team win the ball game.
Well, if you're a modern day fan, I'd start worrying right about now. It's time for the second half. Bosco is down, Modern Day on top, 28-12. Let's get out to Sam Farber and Biggie. There it was, a classic, no doubt, an instant classic. Many have said the greatest high school football game they have ever seen, including our own Greg Biggins, and he's one of the most respected voices out there in high school athletics in all of California. DJ Uiagalelei, the masterpiece of your career, there's no doubt about it. And I know you're a humble guy and you want to give credit to your teammates. Mm-hmm. Who was your favorite receiver in that game? Was it Loya?
I mean, that's hard to say because we had a lot of receivers step up. I know Chris and Logan, they both played amazing games that night. Both of them, I think they both had 2 touchdowns that night. Both went over for 100 yards, I think both almost went for 200. So I'll probably say those two, they played and they balled out, especially in being their senior season and be able to play in that big of a game. They rose up to the expectations.
You know, I've heard it said before that you took this team on your shoulders during this season, which was a national championship season. We all know how it all turned out against De La Salle. But in this game, you took the team on your back. I don't know if there's a difference there, but it did almost feel like a video, you know, where you caught fire and you just couldn't miss. Can you explain that? Was it a different feeling from how you normally go about playing the game?
I felt like going into the game, I knew this is the big game. Like, this is the game I've been playing for like the last 2 years. I've lost in this game. Haven't gotten to the state championship. So my mindset going into the game was that there was no doubt in me that we were going to win a ball game, and I was going to do whatever it took to win the game. Now I didn't want to come off the field feeling the same pain of me losing the game like the last 2 years. So I didn't want to feel that pain again. So that was my mindset going into it.
Now, things got a little wacky there at the end. You know, Modern Day wasn't going to go quietly into the night there at Cerritos College. And you guys were having trouble with the PAT. You know, it's always an adventure. Football, there's no doubt about it. Was it one of those games where you didn't know you were going to win it till the gun?
It was definitely, that's what it felt like. But I feel like once we knew, while we was rolling after the second half, we kept on the touchdown. I was like, man, we're going to win this ball game. And everybody on the sideline, I don't think there was any doubt that we were going to lose the game. Once we started scoring, we were on the road. Defense was making plays. Everybody on offense was making plays. Special team was doing a great job. I feel like we knew that in our hearts that we were going to win this ball game, no matter how bad it looked going into it, that how scary it was at the end of the game with the Hail Mary, that we all knew that someone was going to come down with the football or it's going to be incompletion.
Now, I know we talked on the radio about this afterwards, and you talked about staying up all night and playing video games and talking to your friends all around the country and locally about what you guys accomplished. What was the mood in the locker room, and when did you come down from this? Because you guys had more business to attend to. You had to play and beat a tough De La Salle team in the state.
Definitely. I think going into like the locker room after the game, everybody's turned up music. I know we always have a speaker in the locker room, and it's always on full blast, pre-game, halftime, and after the game. So I know everybody was in the locker room dancing, turning up. It was like a full-on party in there. But I think we came down. We had Saturday that night, and then I think Sunday, and then we knew coming back on Monday that we still had one more game to go. That wasn't our regular season goal was to win the state championship and eventually win a national championship. We know we had one more thing to do. So I feel like Monday we got right back to work. Enjoyed the win, but it was time to go.
You know, there are very, very few super pure class acts in sports, and I think you come from that, and I think you embody that. And I really think you're a great product of your family and the high school that you played for, DJ. And there's not every guy in the world is a class act and one of the best prospects that we've ever seen. Congratulations on all your success and on this victory with your teammates on this fateful night. We had so much fun talking to you. God bless you and your family. I know you guys are in quarantine.
Yes, sir.
I hope we're all out soon and watching you play in that beautiful orange.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Petros. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, DJ. DJ Uiagalelei, the best of the best. Prime Ticket High School Classics, baby.